Hebra, welcome back to Sefer Tanya, and we got a lot to cover right now. It's actually Motzi Shabbos here in the United States, in Atlanta, Georgia. Motzi Shabbos, Saturday night, the 27th of Adar Sheni, and we're going to start with Friday, yesterday's Tanya, and we're going to do Friday and Saturday together. We spoke on Thursday regarding kanvana, intention, and the Alter Rebbe mentions that there are two levels of intention. One level is the level of a medaber, a speaker, and the other level is the level of high animal, like a living, like animalistic. So now we're going to today distinguish between those two levels. Obviously, the medaber is higher level of kanvana, and the living, is a lower level. So let's get into that right away. So this is now Friday's Tanya, the 26th of Adar Sheni. Ki that mi shadaitoi, someone that his mind yafel das etavaya, it's beautiful or able. The das to know etavaya Hashem litaboinen, and to contemplate b'gdulato, in His greatness. Yisparach, blessed be He. Someone whose mind is fitting, it's discerning enough to know Hashem and to contemplate in His greatness, ulo lead, and to give birth mabinato, from his understanding, yira ila'ah, a higher level of fear, b'moicho, in his mind. And to arouse also a love of Hashem in the right part of the heart. Because the heart is split left and right. The right side is where the seat of the divine soul is. The left side is the seat of the animal soul. So in the Alter Rebbe talks about arousing a love for Hashem, that is going to be on the right side, where the divine soul is located. So this person, his kanvana, he is able to consider Hashem's greatness and to give, from that contemplation of Hashem's greatness, to give birth to an upper level of fear in his mind and love in his heart, on the right side of the heart. To make that his soul thirst for Hashem, to thirst for Hashem, to cleave to Him, through to cleave to Him through the fulfillment of Torah mitzvahs. Shehein hamshachas v'aras onin suf baruch hu al nafshoy, and the fulfillment of Torah mitzvahs that accomplishes drawing down and illuminating an illumination of the infinite light of Hashem, blessed be He, on his soul, the davka boy, to cleave onto Him. Okay, that's the process over here. And with this kanvana zu, who learn and mitzvahs, he learns and fulfills mitzvahs. And so too, and this with this intention, mitpalel, he davens, umevarach, and blesses. Hare, behold, the kanvana zu, this intention, al derech mashal, according to an example, is kamo like nishmas medaber, the soul of a speaker. Shehu baal seichel, that he is a master of the mind. So he's a baal seichel. He has rulership over his mind. Ubechira, and he has choice. Ubadas yadaber, and with knowledge he speaks. Right. So this person is in the control position. And again, in summary, that the intention here is the person actively utilizes his mind to consider the greatness of Hashem, and from that he gives birth to fear and love of Hashem. And then with that fear and love of Hashem, he involves himself with Torah mitzvahs to cleave to Hashem, to be one with Him. And this person is called the Baal Seichel, master of the mind, and a master of choice. And he is das, and he speaks with wisdom, and he speaks with knowledge. Now, that's higher level of intention. Now, the other one, that's called the medaber, speaker. What's the other level? And someone that his mind is small. It's katsara leda. It's small to know and to contemplate in the greatness of the Infinite One, blessed be He. His mind is not really hopping it so well, and it doesn't accomplish giving birth to love. It's too small, the oilid, to give birth, ahava v'binato, a love from his contemplation, bit galut liboy, as a revealed love in his heart, and so too, hayira b'mocho pachad avaya b'liboy, and so too he's unable to give birth to a fear in his mind and a terror of Hashem in his heart, in a good way, that he has fear of Hashem. So what happens then with this person? Rak only what he does is he remembers and arouses the love, the natural love which is hidden in his heart. And he brings it out. He brings it out from concealment and from cover up and concealment in the heart. Halev. El to Hakilui b'moyach al kolpanim. He brings it out, this concealed love which is in his heart, into a revealed place in the mind, at least. That's what he does. So he has the natural love and fear in the heart, and he brings it into a revealed state in his mind. Then he will have that his will in his mind and the recesses of his heart maskim, agree, and consent, b'ritzui gamor, with the total willingness, be'emes lamito, in total truth and absolute truth, he consents, to surrender his life, in fact, for the unity of Hashem. I.e., rejecting belief in any other divinity. Kedei, in order to attach himself, to attach his divine soul, and its garments of thought, speech, and action, to be included in them, to include his soul, godly soul, and his garments of expression, thought, speech, and action, to be included in Hashem's unity and oneness. Which is, what is Hashem's unity? It is the upper will, which is dressed up in Torah and in mitzvahs. So, like we spoke about earlier, let's look at the Rabbi Weinberg's commentary right now. Like martyrdom that one undergoes out of love for God, study the Torah and performance of the mitzvahs unite the soul with God. Therefore, one's arousal of his natural love of God to the point where he is prepared to offer his life for Hashem's unity will also motivate him to fulfill the Torah and the mitzvahs. And fear is included in this love of the Kabel, to accept upon himself the kingship of Hashem and not to rebel against him, God forbid. And in this kanvana, with this kanvana that we spoke about, this natural love and fear that he arouses to fulfill mitzvahs, he is sur merav asitov. He turns from evil and he does good. And he learns and he davens and he prays and he does brachas, makes brachas, just like the intention from the first intention. But and he does this with the meaning of the words alone. He looks at the words, he has the meaning of the words, and that's what he does. Without conscious love and fear. Without a revealed love and fear in his heart and mind. He doesn't have it, a revealed love and fear. Commentary right now, which would lend emotional intensity to his prayer. Lacking revealed love and fear, he prays only with the meaning of the words when one fulfills the Torah in this manner. So then, what are we talking about? Hari kavana zu al derech mashal. This intention, what we're just speaking about, this natural intention, kamo nishmas achai. It's like the soul of a living animal, basically. An animal. She'eno bal seichel. He's not a bal seichel, and ubechira. He doesn't have intelligence or freedom of choice. He's not acting out of intelligence. But then what is it? And all his emotions, Shein yirato midvarim amazikim otam oto va'avato l'dvarim henehavim etzloi. So his emotions, he's operating out of fear of things which are damaging to him, and he loves things which are pleasing by him. And this is his nature. These are natural ways of being, and it's not from understanding or intelligence. It's his natural. You do things which are good for you, which you find pleasant and right, and you stay away from things which are damaging to you. And it's like the soul of an animal that's self-serving and obviously does what's obviously good and stays away from what's obviously bad for him. And so too, Alter Rebbe, by way of example, the fear and the love, the natural love, which is hidden in the heart of every single Jewish person. This love and fear that we have is an inheritance, is a inheritance from our forefathers. But not so say no, and it's like it's the nature of our souls, like we said earlier in chapter 18. And so there we have discussed this is for Friday. And that was a further elaboration on the two types of kanvana that completes today's Tanya, where we elaborated further on the two types of kanvana: the kanvana of a medaber, a speaker, and the kanvana of a chai, of a living animal. And the essential difference over here is that the medaber chooses to contemplate Hashem's greatness and gives birth to love and fear with his conscious will, and arouses in his mind and his heart godly emotions. And the other one is not capable of using his mind to give birth to emotions, but rather he arouses in himself the natural love and fear, and fulfills mitzvahs as the former, and does the right thing and stays away from the wrong thing. And that is today's Tanya for Friday, the 26th of Adar Sheni. We will continue with Shabbos's Tanya momentarily. See you soon.